Hello, everybody. This is Cheryl Abram, Performance Consultant, Cybersecurity Policy, Compliance, Preparedness, and Sustainability. I want to give this very short explanation of peer-to-peer learning techniques that I have used personally and have been a part of as both an instructor and as a learner. And these are things that you can do in lieu of traditional lectures about any kind of cybersecurity content that you have, okay? So really quickly, the benefits of peer-to-peer learning. We all know this personally, the benefits of learning from your peers. It's much more personalized and you're a lot more comfortable asking questions in situations where you're actually learning from your peers. Peer-to-peer learning really does encourage active learning. And the most important here is that the instructor is a guide on the side and not a sage on the stage. The sage on the stage model really does a lot to limit the learning that goes on in the room, okay? And I have here just an example of what that looks like, you know, in what we do every day. There's no middleman, okay? There are a lot of peer-to-peer systems that work and that work very, very well. And I'm going to show you 3 systems right now that will work just as well in your classroom, on your Zoom session, whatever it is that you're doing with learners. The first one is a Socratic Circle, all right? It may look a little complicated, but it's not, okay? And all of these have to do with developing questions, okay? Because that's how we're really gonna learn. But the learner develops the questions, all right? About it, the course content, let's use for an example, machine learning, okay? They will develop the questions and there will be questions in areas where they are genuinely curious, okay? It's a formal discussion. The learners listen, they think critically. So you have 2 circles. You have the middle circle with the pilots and the outside circle, you have the co-pilots. Now the pilot is the lead, the pilots are the leaders of the conversation at the time. And when they are ready to discuss, they turn around and, you know, discuss with their co-pilots what was, you know, what the entire discussion was about, okay? And then they switch places. So the next discussion, it could be the same topic, you know, just a different aspect of that topic, but the next person will be a pilot and the next person. So you can, as long as everyone has an opportunity to be a pilot, you at least want that to happen, okay? But of course it can go, you know, as many iterations as you like. Now the next one is question formulation technique. I absolutely love this, where the learner asks as many questions as they can about machine learning. It can be the concept of machine learning or an actual statement about machine learning. They don't stop to discuss. This is really about the quantity of questions that come out. So everyone just asks whatever questions they have. You're going to use sticky notes to do this because you want to write those down, because you're going to have to prioritize them and categorize these questions, okay? And then, you know, you discuss the next steps. Now, what are you going to do with the questions that you were not able to answer right then in that session? And here are some options on things to do with those questions, and then reflect on the process. Now, all of this, the whole time, learners are actually learning from each other various things about the concept of machine learning or whatever the statement is, okay? The last one is an unconference. Okay, now this one might be a little scary for some folks, all right, because this is all about, now normally when we go to a conference, we already have the agenda has been set by somebody else. You know, we pick where we want to go. That's how we're all familiar with conferences. But in unconference, the learner drives the topics. So in whatever format you do it, whether it's online or in person, the learners conference participants, whatever you want to call them, they come up with what they want to talk about in the conference. And another wonderful thing about an unconference is if you're in a group at an unconference and the discussion is not something that interests you, or you don't feel like you're contributing or learning, you can leave that group and go to another one. Okay, so the purpose is, one of the main purposes is for everyone to contribute. Okay, you're coming up with the ideas, you're joining in the discussion, you're creating a topic, you know, and you're going to get in groups where the topics really do interest you and you feel like you can learn something in that particular group and contribute to that particular group. Then you're going to summarize and follow through on action items. Now, of course, I have, you know, much more involved instructions and all that for all of these techniques. But I just wanted to give you a really quick overview of ways that you can replace some of the on the stage type lectures that you have for your cybersecurity training. And of course, while all of these can be done face-to-face, they can all be very easily done virtually. Okay. This is me. I am Cheryl. My current book, Longing to Learn, is on Amazon right now, and I will have for you all at the beginning of next year, 2022, Securing Cyber, Revolutionizing the Way We Teach and Learn Cybersecurity. Thank you so much for hanging with me and being a part of this discussion. I will talk to you later.